Welcome to the show. Give me a second here. We're just absolutely about to get things started here. But I noticed there's some water on the counter. What? It's from this glass here. It's no longer as cold as everything else, so it's finding its trapped. The cold is escaping through. Which I don't really, that's a thing they don't really explain to you, do they? Here, have you heard this? Have you heard this today? I was an expert in college at this thing. I won so many awards. Listen to that. I created that on a live stream. Wonder what happens when you play that tune for this meteorite. I'm just kidding. I'm fine. I thought that was hilarious though. So put that over here. We're doing that in a second. We're putting that over there for a second. We got the ear thing and the selfie stick. We'll put that there. It's obviously a good place. And then we have the wife's glass bottle. If I blow a fart too loud, this thing's gonna shatter. I'll give her 3 days of use though. Like you can't be just looking at it today and then look at it tomorrow. Maybe look at it for 3 months. It collects dust for 6. 3 days of use. Bam! That thing's shattering. So count it. Mark my words. I have seen flies with thicker skin than this glass. So now you know. I know 2 flies personally with really thick skin, you know? Alright. There's one in my basement, and then my cat ate the other one. My mom's name is not Karen. I'm eating all the burnt black bits from that I cut off. I see why they were cut off. Let me eat the last one. Man, that fucking tastes like garbage, bro. It's so dry. But I'm envisioning, staring through a fucking 6-time scope, drinking my own urine for 9 days, waiting for this fucker to poke his head out, over the other side of the hill, you know what I mean? Long story, it's an old inside joke from way back. It's the sniper thing. Nobody wants war because you don't want to drink your own piss for 9 days straight, right? But we play for keeps over here. I take big pisses, so I'm good for months. You know how like grow rooms will reuse the water in self-contained rooms, like whether you want to call it a proper room or up in space, you know what I mean? Don't get me started right now. Don't start to get me started. I'll lose it. Okay. First thing we're gonna do, chill the situation down. Chill. No. Calm down. We're gonna calm down with some purple, man. Calm down. Okay. Should be boatloads of purple right here. So what I'm smelling first of all is amazing. Oh no, not me. The jar, the glass jar, the UV glass jar I purchased 9 years ago. Not the jar. Oh, wow! How did I just had like a complete one there? Let's try that again. We're vaping right now. Not in the goober sense with Robococks and none of that. We're just literally having a sniff off the jar. But when the terps are this, like I just had lunch and dessert all at once. Hang on, I might have dinner too. Oh, when the terps are this heavy, bud, man, you even look at this wrong, you're gonna get fat, bro. This is sweet. I tell you straight up, there's a lot of people in this world, they wish they were me or they wish they were you. You know what I mean? Don't be one of them. Wish to be the best person you can be, the best player, you know, the best. Say something else besides Hashman. But if you want to be a Hashman, that's awesome. You know, there's plenty of room in the world for an extra Hashman. There's just one of me right now. There might be another one out there, but I've never seen one. I've seen a lot of fakes and a lot of greed-driven scum suckers that claim to be, but they're nothing of the sort. You know, if you're patenting genetics, you are the devil. Period. So let's stress that. Let's stress that. I had some visions and stuff, and the only reason I wanted to was so that someone else couldn't. Do you understand why? It was never to profit off. It was more to control the scum suckers and keep them at bay, right? But how do you word this? It's you're fighting a losing battle or an endless battle because someone's just going to do it, and then you have to, first of all, you have to find out, and then you have to go at them, and then you have to take them to court, and then you have to do that. It costs you money, right? Even though you're going to win, it's still your time and initial deposits for lawyers, things like that. So some of them will do free or whatever retainer, you know, not free, but they'll take it after. They'll take a bigger percentage later, right? So I'm all about that. I prefer that way. Why? Because if I actually want to wreck somebody who's screwed me, I'm going to make sure that I guarantee I wreck them, you know? And so it's as long as this person gets paid, they only get paid if they wreck them, then the deal is 50-50. So no one gives that deal. But if I want to wreck, if someone's damaged me, taunted me, haunted me, I'm going to wreck them in a court of law. That's just how it is. And that proves I don't even want the money, right? Like if I'm giving up 50 and I only have to give up 5 or 10 or 15%, but I'm willing to do 50, but make sure I want them wrecked, then that's what we do. But it probably costs more than 50. For certain things, it could be even higher. But it depends though. Like, depends how clear and cut your case is how it was worded to me with regard to corporations who completely cock me over. We call it insurmountable evidence, right? When I can prove without a shadow of a doubt that they fucked me for this duration, then it's okay to, I don't need to go so deep with the 50% rule. If I know it's a clear and shut case, or I think it's worded, you know what I mean? Like if it's easy to close this bitch, you know what I mean? But yeah, don't let corporations fuck you around. Corporations are so rich, they have the money. They know they screw up, and they have 100 million, the big ones, set aside for not just to fight it, right? So, but they check, okay? It was 50,000 to settle out, or it's 150,000 to fight it, and this person's not going to make a big deal or a stink out of it after, so he's not going to let on to the world that, this is how to do it. Settle, right? But you have to look at the big picture. How big are they, and how corrupt are they, right? How big is their overreach? What field, what sector are they in, right? I can't, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, it's really bad. The world is corrupt, right? So it's not just that some people are corrupt, the world is corrupt. The way that society works is corrupt. If society is so perfect, explain to me why there are so many homeless children without good parents. But society is perfect, right? Why are there so many homeless people, men and women? Why are there so many mothers with no food for their sons or daughters?
So it's not that society is maybe horrible. It's that everybody overlooks what society is. Society is a game you play where every day you wake up and you try and step on somebody else to make more money than they do. Now, if you think that's not true, you don't even have a life. If you think that's not true, you don't live. You haven't opened your eyes, looked around for half an hour outside. So now you see like a farmer in a field, and he sits there plowing the field, and he sits there, tilling it. Then he sits there and he'll sprinkle manures over it. Maybe he runs a slurry through his fields. He's doing different things, right? And then in a couple weeks go by, he's enriched his soil. He's enriched his soil. How has he stepped on anybody? Explain to me who the farmer stepped on to get rich.